Welcome back to the channel, guys, and thank you for tuning in because today we are covering the game that just passed on the weekend versus Granada, and there's a lot to talk about because Setien changed the game. There's so much to look forward to with this man at the helm, and I can't wait to see what he comes up with. But firstly, I do want to pay my respects and my condolences to the Roberto family for the loss of his mother. It is a tragic thing, and nobody should go through it. But moving on to the video, guys. I'm just going to throw some stats at you here quickly of Setien's first match in charge because he had 82% possession in the game. That is absurd. He had 921 passes completed out of 1,005 attempted. Another insane stat, 92 pass accuracy, 19 shots with 6 on target, and he got a clean sheet on his debut. Guys, that's nuts for his debut game. Like, he couldn't have asked for anything. Like, those stats alone are just unheard of. We haven't seen those passing stats since Guardiola days, and that's nuts. And we had a chance to see or a glimpse of his tactically sound tactics here in this game. He went from different formations. He went from a 3-5-2 to a 3-4-3, and he was just constantly playing these games in his head on how to better the team. He's always thinking, and that's the crazy thing about Setien. He is so focused in the game that he just sees things as a coach that some coaches might not even see, and he's not afraid to take risks, and I really love that about him. I can't wait to see what he comes up with in the future. And we absolutely dominated this game, guys. We dominated this game from the get-go. From the first minute, we were in control of this game. Like, Granada could not get on the ball, and when they did, they counterattacked. We closed them up so quick, and we wouldn't allow them to get into their rhythm. And another point here, or into my next point here, it was Vidal is crucial, and this is 100% facts, guys. Honestly, if you don't believe this now at this point of the season, after everything Vidal has done for the club, I don't even know what to say to you, because this man is crucial. He is so crucial. He was part of the goal, which I'm going to cover in a bit, that won us the game, and he by far is our second best player on the field at times, behind Messi. And if we were to lose him, we're going to lose a huge piece, so let's hope we don't, guys. Busquets, another one who had an amazing game. He had the most touches in the game. He had the most passes completed in the game. He was just in his natural flowing mood because of the way Setien set him up. He wasn't dropping back between the center backs anymore, so he wasn't playing as deep, and he was playing more in the midfield, able to cut out passes. He had, like, I believe it was 14 ball recoveries, and that's insane, and that's vintage Busquets, and I'm happy to see that again, guys. It was really a masterpiece from him. And Messi doing Messi things, guys. Messi obviously came up clutch with the goal. He always does. He's the one winning us games all the time, and with him there's always a chance to win. So as long as we have him, Setien will be good for the future. And going back to Vidal, he is so crucial for our team that he was the one who set up the goal with that back heel pass to Messi, that back little roll. And Messi knows what he has with Vidal. He really does. And if we were to lose Vidal, he knows what kind of piece we'd lose in this machine. Because it's funny, they went from rivals to brothers, from international rivalries to now being on the same club, and they love each other. Messi knows what he has with Vidal, and hopefully we don't lose him. But going back to the game, guys, this game was not straightforward at all. Setien was feeling the pressure at one point. I remember watching the game and seeing him reacting a little funny because the goal didn't come till late in the game, guys, and he was really feeling the pressure of the crowd because we were having chances. We had an amazing amount of chances. We just could not score, and we managed to pull it off, thankfully. So the pressure has been taken off. Obviously the alarm bells would have been ringing if we tied or lost and whatnot, you know, but thankfully we got the W. On the plus side, we have Arthur back in the fold, and he is crucial, also another crucial player to come into the team. But the question is, can Arthur stay fit? Can he stay fit for those March, April, May months where it's really crucial, those knockout stages for the Champions League, those clutch moments in the league? Because this league title is looking real tight this year, and we don't know what's going to happen. But can he stay fit? We will have to find out, or we have to wait and find out. So stay tuned to see how that develops. But another goalie, another player coming into fold, midfielder, is Ricky. Ricky's time has come. He's been in the Messiah for quite some time now, and he's been a jewel in our system, and he's finally got his time to shine under Setien. I'm so happy. It took him one game to bring him in. Valverde didn't play him the whole season. He played him last season a bit, but that was it, and that's all he had. And he's a gem to watch, guys. I'm so happy to finally see his kid in the fold. And that's the thing with Setien. He's already put faith and trust in the youth. He's shown it that he will trust his youth because he actually trusts them in game to perform. And they're hungry. They're hungry to perform. Players like Carlos Perez here, who actually took his chance at the beginning of the season when Messi and Suarez were injured. He took his chance and he performed. He has a really good left foot and he's got an amazing shot, and I can't wait to see what he brings in the future. Fati obviously is the diamond in the rough within the squad. He is the next in line, I guess you could say, after to take over from Messi. People are saying he could be the player for us, you know, the one for the future. We have to wait and see how that develops. And another one here is Junior Firpo. Junior Firpo had his time with Setien at Real Betis, so that chemistry is already there between the two. And hopefully he can play some minutes so he can give Jordi Alba a rest, because Jordi needs to be in those big games come down the stretch of the season. But now it's Messi's turn. He's the one guiding the youth. He's in the totally different phase of his career where he was the one at one point coming in through the ranks with players like Ronaldinho, Deco, Xavi, Marquez, Belotti, Valdez, who were behind him as senior members in the team, already had seniority, and he grew with those players. So now it's his turn to guide the youth into the new generation of Barcelona players, and it's his job. He's the captain. He's got to take on that responsibility, and I think he's going to be able to do it just fine. But this is another decision Setien has to make, guys. Who is our strongest 11? In your honest opinion, I want you guys to comment down below who you think our strongest 11 should be or will be come these knockout rounds in Champions League, or these big league games when we have to go up against some of the tougher opponents, the Sevillas, the Atletico Madrids, Athletic Bilbao, Real Betis, Real Madrid, obviously. There's so many teams that I can name that we really need to have our strongest 11. And that comes to the next decision. Who does he drop? Who does Setien drop in these big games? In my honest opinion, one of those players is definitely Rakitic. Rakitic is just kind of floating in the midfield at this point, and I know a lot of people love him, and I did too at one point, but he's taking up a spot in the midfield, guys. We have better players who are hungrier, who have more to prove than players like Rakitic, and we saw what happened in the Champions League against Roma and Liverpool. He got outrun. Same thing with Busquets in a sense. They just got outrun, and they're the old guard, guys. We need to bring in fresh blood, and we have the fresh blood and talent to do that. But going back to the game, the performance overall was good. It was a good performance, but it wasn't great. We had a insane amount of chances. We should have been up at least 2 or 3 by the first half, and we wasted so many opportunities, and we need to bury those because teams close up shop and then we find it hard to break through. But out of all this, guys, the best thing is that this is a brand new era, an era of Setien, with Setien at the helm, and it's looking magnificent, guys. We haven't played this well. We haven't played this beautiful since Guardiola or Tito Villanova. We haven't played this fluid type of football in so long, and it's so refreshing to see. I was amazed, and this is that we didn't even use the right midfield. The midfield trio that played was slow and they're old, but they did the job. But there is a better one coming, and I'm going to cover that in another video, guys, so stay tuned for that. But the best thing is, like I said, we have the real Barca back. We finally see the fluid tiki-taka movement of everyone just kind of staying tight, staying those tight triangles close to each other, having 3 to 4 options around you at all times. And this is how we used to play. This is what mesmerized teams. Teams used to fear us, guys. We used to be feared amongst like the European teams. Like, we are Más que un club. We are FC Barcelona, and we need to be feared again, guys. We really do. We need to be the Liverpool of new, where you would go into Anfield and know you're gonna have a hard time. People used to come to Camp Nou and be like, ah, damn, we're about to get smacked. Or even when we would go to another visiting stadium and we would just destroy them. They'd get lucky if they got away with a point from us, or if they stole a victory from us, because we were just that dominant, guys. It was just insane. And leading towards the end of the video here, guys, I want to give you an injury update on Ousmane Dembele, who is finally running, which is such good news for us, especially with the injury to Suarez, because we're running very short on options up front, and Dembele alone can unlock games for us with his pace and his trickery, and the fact that he can play on either wing because he doesn't have a weak foot. We already know this, but the thing is, he has to stay fit. If he can stay fit, then he's going to be a huge piece of the puzzle going forward. Also, in other news, there's been word of a Pedro homecoming, and I would totally be honest, he is getting older, he is in his older stages in his career, but he is still a seasoned vet, and he knows exactly how he plays, especially with this playstyle that Setien is trying to bring back to the team. He would so fit that role, and I would love to see him back in the Barcelona jersey. But that's going to be it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that notification bell to know when I post videos, and as always guys, I will catch you in the next one.